Enough.
We are live. Hello everyone, I'm Higgsy007. How the hell are you? Welcome to the pre-alpha beta Eve build-up countdown for Black Ops 3 live podcast. There we go.
What's that game, mate?
Anyway, right, we'll get on with it. Before I introduce all these people, we'll get a slight disclaimer out of the way. This video may contain some language that some people may find offensive, i.e. fucking shit. I rate it roughly PG to 15, just in case. May contain smoking, some alcohol consumption, and definitely no nudity this time. I promise. You have been warned. Anyway, we'll get the introductions out of the way, and then we'll get on with what everyone came here for, which is obviously all our insight knowledge into Black Ops 3 beta, news and info. Go and check out Nearly Last's channel, because he fucking knows everything. There we go with the swear word. One. So yeah, starting from this side, somewhere, we have Mike, aka the Gadget Addict. Go and introduce yourself there, Mike.
Alright, so yeah, my name is Mike, otherwise known as the Gadget Addict. I'm not really sure what I'm doing here because I am a role-playing game Let's Player. No, I'm fairly green to Call of Duty. I've bought the last few this year, and I'm enjoying them. Contrary to most popular belief, I actually am enjoying Advanced Warfare. Everyone hates me for that, I don't know why. But I normally do games like Bloodborne, Dark Souls, The Witcher, and I'm here to add some jaundiness, some beardiness, and a lot of fuckwords.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll move on to Nearly Last, aka Ez, or Ezra. Go and introduce yourself.
Hello, my name's Ez, otherwise known as Nearly Last. I have my channel, which is basically just Call of Duty based. I love my COD. It's pretty much all I ever play. I am looking forward a little bit to Star Wars, but apart from that, I am just COD, and I am looking forward to Black Ops 3, and I'm here to provide all the knowledge.
we need someone.
Back go.
Yes, so next off we have... Who will we go with next? Let's go Steve.
Hi guys, I'm Steve, also known as Lost Up Gamer. My channel is all about COD, it's all about various different games, and I'm pretty new to YouTube, only about 3 or 4 months in really, but enjoying it massively, and going to give you my opinions on this, if I can. If I can't, really last will.
Last but not least, we have Tom, aka Futurism. He's been on my channel before, and he's got, I don't know, beautiful hair and a nice voice and all that shit, so go introduce yourself again.
Hi, my name's Tom, aka Futurism, as he's already said. I play a lot of Call of Duty and hate on it an awful lot. I do my very best to give my own opinion, but it tends to be a negative one. If you click on my channel, it's mainly Call of Duty stuff, as I've already said. I am broadening the horizons a little bit. I'm really looking forward to Forza 6, and I want to bring a lot of Forza to my channel. I really enjoy racing games. I just don't feel like they get enough press out there at the moment, and I also want to broaden people's minds on what games are out there, because I think a lot of people have become COD gamers, not gamers. So I'd like to try and change that a little bit.
Bravo! Tom's changing the world of gaming all by himself.
One step at a time, man.
One step at a time. So anyway, what everyone came here for, obviously, we've just says the Black Ops 3 beta, which is coming out tomorrow. We all know. Unfortunately, some more privileged people, no names mentioned, got early access to the beta today, which I'm very disappointed about. I think if they wanted to give early access to a beta, which is actually early access to a game that isn't released until November, give it to the fucking people that matter, not the people that endorses the game anyway and doesn't give their proper opinion on it. But we'll all do that from tomorrow on, won't we? Anyway, I take it you're all getting the beta, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That is a unanimous yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, what's that, Tom? You're not getting it until next week?
I don't know, but I don't know if I'm going to get it at all, man. I don't see the point in it really, but I'll get into that later on. But like I say, I aren't getting it as of yet, currently.
Oh, interesting.
Controversial.
So we'll start off with
The descent to
Controversial.
we'll start off with Ezra here. You seem to know a shit ton about Call of Duty, even more than me. What are you most excited about the beta? What are you going to fucking jump into? Like what's your first game mode? I think we'll actually start off with that.
First
We'll give
game.
them 7 to choose from.
I personally love all my objective game modes mostly. I like hardpoint and things like that, so I'm probably going to be jumping straight into hardpoint. But the biggest things that's going to be drawing me towards is trying out the specialist characters. I think that's just the biggest draw. I think the movement's going to be brilliant. I do actually like the way it's suited. That's why I've been playing Ghosts at the moment, trying to get my boots back on the ground. But yeah, I think hardpoint and trying out a specialist is going to be my first protocol and trying out. There's no doubt about that.
Funny you mentioned bits on the ground. I actually watched the movement tutorial from Call of Duty a few days ago or a week ago. I think Vonderhaar kept saying about chaining movements and wall running into a power slide and chaining it into a wall run and a lot of boosts, and kept talking about thrust. I didn't like the fact that it emphasized on a lot of that where we want boots on the ground. It just seems strange. I don't know why his emphasis was on thrusts and moves. And we basically have built-in marathon as well. There's unlimited sprint time. I don't know if you saw that.
As well.
It's going to be damn quick, which is good. Yeah, I suppose it's a Call of Duty. But the thing is, one reason why I didn't like Advanced Warfare that much, it just seemed too quick. It was such a transition between Ghosts, which was obviously boots on the ground, to fucking skeet shooting. It just seemed too much of a transition. Whereas I think if they added the thrust and then onto boost packs, maybe we could have dealt with it easier. Mike, are you excited at least about tomorrow? You look like super excited.
Yeah. It's not a Dark Souls release date, so I can't get that excited. But no, I'm curious more than anything because I only started playing Black Ops 2 a couple of months ago. I was only 3 years late to the party, effectively. And I hated Ghosts. My God, I hated Ghosts. But with Advanced Warfare, it's strange because I'm playing at boots on the ground. I actually started playing in the classic playlist today, and found it a lot more fun, or at the very least easier to get kills. So the fact that the Vanderhaar said the emphasis was on getting on boots on the ground, I actually quite like that. But then now he's talking about all this like skimming up walls and sliding around and all that, and it's just like, to me, it's going to be just what's really going to determine how much I enjoy it is the size of the maps. Because if they're too big or they're too small, it's just going to be a clusterfuck either way.
Well, they have talked about the classic Treyarch 3-lane system.
Yeah.
So that's something we all come to like about Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 3, Black Ops 2.
Yeah.
So hopefully that'll be interesting. From the gameplay that I've watched as well, it does seem to be a lot of 3-lane maps. So hopefully, we've only seen, 3 or 4 anyway, so we'll see how it plays out.
To be honest, that kind of level design makes more sense to me. I was playing on... Ezra will know this one. The Advanced Warfare map in Lagos.
Come back.
Yeah. Where you've got that one room in the middle where everybody congregates and everyone charges straight into.
Yeah.
And it becomes the most pointless map in the world. Well, then you get something like Solar, which I fucking hate, which is it's trying to do the 3-lane thing, but it's so like messy and complicated you can't move your way around. Whereas then you like flick back to Black Ops 2 and every map is effectively laid out exactly the same, just in different proportions. And I quite like that. It seems to make a lot more sense to me.
I think the way that Treyarch do it with those kind of maps though is you're able to control things a lot better, especially if you're playing domination or hardpoint and stuff like that. The only trouble with Advanced Warfare, people can literally jump up and come down from every different angle. There's no way of actually controlling everything, and it just gets seriously frustrating. So I think as long as they keep with the same sort of map designs as what they've been doing, the only thing is like Higgsy was saying, it's like the wall running and that. So how fast people are going to be able to flank is going to be quite interesting or quite frustrating, to be honest.
Yeah.
Well, with Black Ops 2, it was fair. Your movement speed was actually fairly quick compared to, say, Ghosts. Because Ghosts I thought was a bit more lumbered and a bit slower, and you'd run out of sprint quite quickly. Whereas with Black Ops 2, and also the way Black Ops 2, the way the maps are arranged, and I'll mention it, the dreaded Nuketown, it's very easy to flank people on that map.
Yeah.
Partly because it's tiny. But even then, even some of the bigger maps, like what's it, Hijack? You know, you can be chasing someone and then suddenly turn around, they're behind you. Very, very quick map.
Yeah, some of them that's like a lot of it also is like the spawns in it as well. I mean, it's the other little thing with the old maps and that is where they're going to start putting people, especially if like the movement's really, really quick. If you're getting around a map fast, they ain't got nowhere to put anyone, and then it's just going to make the map even more chaotic. So it's going to make it a bit more interesting to see how they're going to work that one out as well.
But surely chaotic's going to be good though.
It is like, well, I prefer Fast and Furious games. I really do. I've been playing Drop Zone on Ghost, and I much prefer like the Fast and Furious ones rather than trying to slip around the map a little bit. But it is annoying though when you get spawn killed constantly because they got nowhere for the players to go. So I just hope that they have taken in that a hell of a lot of consideration because it is the most frustrating thing for me.
Yeah, the spawns in Ghosts are terrible. I think it pretty much killed the game for a lot of people, especially if you do stuff like free for all. Like you can spawn and just die instantly because you're literally just spawning in front of someone. And playing like, was it Showtime, the map they made in one of the DLCs, like the remake of Shipment from COD 4? Like, it's unplayable. Like I'll only play it on search and destroy basically, or search and rescue, which is what I did a lot of on Call of Duty Ghosts, which is why I think I enjoyed it because it removed the spawn element from it because you start at the same space every time, like the same spot every time. But yeah, when you as soon as you went into like the other objective-based stuff, like it was pretty terrible, man. Like it ruined the game completely, I think.
Funny you mentioned. Sorry, funny you mentioned free for all. It's one of the modes that actually isn't in the beta, which is interesting. And I think, and I don't know, it's my opinion. I don't want to speculate, but is it because they don't necessarily have the spawn system nailed down? Because obviously spawn systems for the likes of free for all will be very different to team-based or objective-based matches.
Definitely.
I think that's probably a lot of data.
It's a massive problem, wasn't it? Free for all, horrendous.
The thing is, it is an issue. It is a make or break point in any Call of Duty. Is the spawns in say free for all or TDM. In team matches, they can tinker with them. They can change them around. But in free for all, I don't know. It's just there's not much you can really do.
I think this is where the beta might help them though, because I think the problem that Call of Duty have is the game developers have this brilliant idea of how we're going to play the game, and then we get it and just destroy it, and just like that's what we do. We just break the map. We try and find all the glitch spots. We try and find everything. And I think if they can do anything from this beta, it's being able to take that data straight away and get it in there from the beginning, so people sort of stopping people from doing these bad habits that we've picked up from other games, and then hopefully from there they'll be able to like sort of build the spawns out of it because they'll see how you might flow on the maps opposed to what they expect us to do on the maps, if you know what I mean.
You mentioned about glitches and things like that. How old is Advanced Warfare, and there's still glitches being found? What the hell's that map? I don't even know the maps. I'm embarrassed. Well, I'm not embarrassed because the game is shit. But there was more and more glitches being found over the recent months since they added in patches and whatnot. So I have no experience really of a beta, so to speak, whether it be a closed beta or open beta. Mike, you've a fair bit of experience with betas, don't you, in the past?
Yeah. I've been. Oh, hang on, what have I done? So since I've been doing YouTube, I've done Dark Souls 2, Bloodborne, and Destiny betas, and the Evolve Alpha. What I found was like with the Dark Souls and Bloodborne ones, they were like very small betas separated out over 3 separate weeks, each of them. So you'd have like this 2-hour window each week where you could play. And between those weeks, they would fiddle with stuff, so they'd change enemy placements, they'd change like reaction times, attack patterns, that kind of thing. The Evolve one was pretty cool because for over the few days that it was on, they were actually tweaking things live. So where people were finding stuff in the map, or where they were breaking stuff, or where they found some weapon was like hugely overpowered, you would go in one day like with the assault class, and you were tearing monsters to shit, really quickly with the lightning gun, and then the next day you come in and you're doing it's like a pea shooter, and they do this perpetual balancing all the way through. I kind of reckon that's what they'll probably do here. So what you'll probably notice is on day one everything's fucked. Like all the spawn points will be ridiculous. Some of the weapons will be underpowered, some will be massively overpowered, And I reckon throughout the week we're probably going to like narrow down to a fine point where you'd get to maybe close to what the release experience is going to be like, and then they've also got all that extra data that they can play with. But I reckon they'll probably try their best to patch out some of the big glitches that they'll find on the first couple of days.
In an ideal world, that sounds pretty perfect. Not being, a complete pessimist, but
or a jaded gamer.
It's this thing about Call of Duty is, are they really going to listen? Have they listened to us in the past? Not really. They're giving us this beta, and it's pretty much, we're saying it's a beta. It's almost the finished game. I'm sure there is touches that they have to add to it. You go to Gamescom, you could have played this a month ago, a few weeks ago. This was available to play at E3. There's been a build of this game playable for the last few months. I'm sure they've taken data from those playthroughs as well, from the actual public. I think
what this one's for is it's fine having the stuff where they get like Drifter and all that into a room and all play it online together. This is the first time where they'll be doing it over the internet.
Yeah, I was going to say that'll be a big thing.
Yeah, and it's mass as well. So if you imagine, they'll have tuned it based on loads of 12-player or 16-player games, however many players are involved.
Over a LAN party as well.
Yeah, over a LAN party. But the need to then now factor in the internet lag.
Yeah.
Then whatever servers they're happening to use when X million jump into this, because there's going to be a ridiculous amount of people come into this, because beta's been hyped more than any I've encountered.
Yeah. We've not got dedicated servers either, have we?
No, still using peer-to-peer.
Sorry, Higgsy.
They've still got to work on a thing like when you get over the internet gaming, like first-person shooters, you have to think of lag compensation, where they basically draw like a curve on your bullet, because obviously the person you're shooting isn't where you shot him anymore, because even a 0.5 millisecond lag time could be a boost jump on Advanced Warfare. So you've got to take these things into consideration, and I think that's something they'll be able to refine on the beta as well, because like Mike said already, they've played it in a closed room in a perfect world, and they haven't taken into account that there's some guy who lives in New Zealand who's got a fucking piece of string attached to his Xbox One, and he's trying to play Black Ops 3 against some guy in New York who's got fiber. You know what I mean? These are the things they've got to try and address, because unfortunately we've all got to move as slow as our slowest player, and that's what will happen on Call of Duty, unfortunately.
See, the good thing about them doing this now is it means on launch we're less likely to have issues. I mean, not saying on launch that it's going to be perfect, and PlayStation Network and Xbox Live will take a massive performance dip on day one, but hopefully any issues that Treyarch and Activision can fix, they will fix, at least connectivity-wise, anyway.
Again, in an ideal world.
Well, you don't say. Black Ops 2 struggled with it, didn't they? That was the first problem straight away with Treyarch and Black Ops 2.
What was that?
Black Ops 2, when it first came out, they just had horrendous connection problems, and that the lag and that was terrible. It took them a good a week or two to sort it out, and that was the worst. That was a real bad part of the launch when it first came out. So hopefully, like they're saying, hopefully with the beta, it's going to sort that problem out straight away.
Well, I imagine. Sorry, Higgsy.
No, you're right. Basing on predicted sales as we stand, we are talking pretty close to maybe even 1 million people, say even 500,000 people playing. That's more than we've had playing a Call of Duty server at a Call of Duty game for a long time. You could be talking 5 years.
Yeah.
So it's definitely going to be a strain. But as technology has evolved, say it is in this time frame of 5 years, things have to have gotten better over those years. Whether it's servers or whatnot. So there shouldn't be such an issue. It has to be one topic that they bring up and say, listen, we have to eradicate any lag issues or any server issues. It is a main thing. It's a main issue. They have to look at this. They have to, prepare for the worst, so to speak.
It's always been an issue, though, hasn't it?
Yeah. The trouble is, though, at the moment, is you look at the PC side of it, and their ranked play is full dedicated servers. So if the PC community can get full dedicated servers it's only on rank play, not on the actual pubs, but on rank play they got full dedicated servers. So if they're doing it for them, they should be branching out and doing it for pretty much everyone on consoles and stuff like that, instead of basically just looking after the PC community. I think personally.
I think the thing with PC gamers is the gamers themselves are willing to run like their own servers per se as well, and I think it's just easier to do for them. You've got to imagine that when you connect through the internet, like for a PC to a match, it's much easier than going through Xbox Live and having all that authentication process and then having to push that out all the way over to, like, Call of Duty. And as you've said, they've been building this game for so long the same way, and they aren't making any massive changes. But I think maybe having some downtime between the beta and the launch will give them time, like, because you can imagine that if they're running the game and trying to fix bugs, like they've got to still have people managing the game while it's live. Whereas if they've got a couple of months where it's they've got nothing but to do but use the information and data they've collected, they should be able to do infinitely more work with the information they've got, opposed to having the restriction of running the game at the same time, because that must be the massive problem. And then getting the update out without the game just breaking, you know what I mean? Because they don't have that much kind of testing time. The update's out, and if it's down for a day, man, Twitter must be like mental. I'd hate to be on their accounts if COD's not working. You know what I
mean? Then you've also got the issue of actually testing the netcode as well. So the actual software within the game that connects to people. And remember, the two biggest fuck-ups of the last 2 years in Drive Club and the Master Chief Collection, neither of which worked online and they were supposed to when they were launched. And both Sony and Microsoft took a lot of shit from that. Yeah. Because obviously 2 huge first-party games designed to be online all the time.
But so they should.
I mean, can I add to that? You mean you've got GTA 5, if you remember? When that came out, you just could not get online for love nor money for a month.
Yeah.
And if you did get online, you'd have to go back and do the same bloody story mode all over again. It's just a massive fuck up all throughout.
Yeah.
So the idea of doing this beta then is actually a pretty smart idea on.
I agree.
Probably more on Activision's side rather than Treyarch's. I think Treyarch would have been quite happy just to borrow the netcode from Advanced Warfare or from Ghosts or whatever, and just run with it. Whereas Activision, I think they don't want this kind of bad press. They're already a fairly hated company as it is.
Yeah.
Right, guys. I'm sorry we have neglected the comments in the chat part of here, so I'm going to run through a few of the questions. Why don't they make it like Battlefield? Servers have to be rented, so if there is a community, so there is a community that there are servers, but you would be able to find a lot of servers with a ping under 50. That's something that's been brought up a lot, actually, is, why don't they look at what Battlefield does and kind of copy what they do with the servers and the connection?
Because they have like European servers and all that, don't they, in Battlefield?
Yeah, but it works. I haven't actually played. I'm not going to comment too much on Battlefield because I haven't really played it that much. But Tom, you play a lot of Battlefield.
Yeah, man, I get on it quite a bit. Well, apart from the shotguns giving me ultimate rage on it, because they're terrible on it. Like, it's literally terrible. You're getting like shot across the map with them. But it's a much better game. But it hasn't got the pace that Call of Duty has. Like, I'll be completely honest. Like, I feel like I do like maybe 3 games an hour, and you're probably getting 20 kills at most in a game, unless you're proper good, like, and you're balls to the walls in it. But if you're having a relaxed game, you feel like you haven't really played it, I think. It's a lot of getting used to with all the vehicles and stuff as well. You know what I mean? Like, it isn't COD, but it's a better game, I think, in its own way.
But for connection, how do you find it?
Well, yeah, it's like dedicated servers are perfect, man. Like, there isn't any lag. Like, because you pick your own server, so you get like a ping, like an actual number, not some magic graph that Call of Duty have pulled out their arsehole. Like, you get like an actual number that means something. So I can go like, oh, that's got 11 millisecond ping. Like, I am not going to lag in that game, and if I do, then it's something I'm doing wrong on my end, or the server's having a problem. But honestly, it's pretty much perfect. I'll be honest. I've never been kicked from a game. Never really been felt like I've had a lag moment, rage moment.
I think Battlefield benefits from having dedicated servers as well, just due to the size of the matches as well. Yeah. Like having up to 64 players in there. Call of Duty is 12 to 16, depending on the map type.
Huge.
Yeah, it's a huge difference, and I think if they were trying to do peer-to-peer connection on Battlefield with 64 players, just everything would melt. It just wouldn't work. That's more of a technical That's more of a dealing with a limitation of peer-to-peer. I think that one. But again, dedicated servers, it would just cost Activision too much money, and that's what it boils down to. It'll cost them too much to do it, even if they rent out servers to Joe Blogs.
The trouble is, though, they need the dedicated servers because, like, even though Battlefield's bigger, Call of Duty's a lot faster in it. So the fact of the matter is like because everyone's moving at such a great speed or whatever else, and by the time people get shot, with the lag and that, you get shot and you're halfway around a corner, and just cannot keep up with what's actually going on the screen, and that's where it just gets a bit frustrating, really. And I mean, yeah, it costs Activision a lot of money, but if you look at their numbers, basically they average like about $1 billion. Do you know what I mean? Like, from like Modern Warfare 3, they made more money than what Avatar or any of the top movies have made. Yeah, do you know what I mean? So I
Black
think
Ops 2 was the same as well, man, and they made it faster as well. I think I read a similar article to what you've read. I think they made $1 billion on Black Ops 2 in 14 days.
that's it. So
I'll tell you something, they make the money back though from scamming kids to buy advanced bloody supply drops.
I know.
I mean, why can Battlefield have dedicated servers and Call of Duty can't? It's just ridiculous.
But Call of Duty needs it because of the pace of the game. The game's getting faster, so for the game to get faster, the connection's got to get better.
Exactly. It's to me. Mike, you talk about money, and yeah, it's going to cost money, but Activision, they have to have money. Call of Duty is, and I hate saying it because, I know Battlefield, and there is lots of other first-person shooters out there that are quite good, but Call of Duty has to be the biggest first-person shooter in the franchise.
Yeah.
They cannot say we should be getting the best technology, the best servers, the best of everything, because we are the #1 in the genre. So why don't we get dedicated servers? Why don't they just go and, because as you say, it is an issue, it really is. Everyone looks at lag, everyone looks at connectivity. It should be the #1 thing.
I mean, I work in the service industry, and at the end of the day, you always strive to be the best.
Exactly.
So why the hell is Activision not doing so?
Yeah.
I just don't understand it.
So, man,
Only going to take their fall, I suppose. Someone takes their crown as at the top is the only thing that's actually going to probably shake them into doing it, I think, at the moment. I think they're so used to being at the top, so used to making the money, they probably feel that they don't need to do anything. No one's close to them, but I think
but you offer a product. It's got to be the best product out there for people to keep going back.
Yeah, it should be.
Your arguments are sort of like they argue against themselves because they haven't done any of these things, but they still are the #1 franchise. So they don't need to do it. Like, that's their argument.
That's exactly the thing. Yeah, they don't feel they
feels like complacency.
And it won't change, man, because you look already. They've like millions of pre-orders have already gone out. Millions.
Well, I'm looking on VG charts here, which is just for the Americans, just physical copies as well pre-ordered. And on the Xbox One, 465,000 pre-ordered. PlayStation 4, 330,000. And this doesn't count the stuff that's pre-ordered on the Xbox Live Store, on the PlayStation Store.
And that's back in 4th of July as well.
Yeah.
It is in fact, yes.
But
we've done the homework. Fucking hell, Tom.
But with these pre-orders, though, because like you can pre-order it, say for a tenner, though. If you don't like it, you can switch your pre-order to something else.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So if they've done this beta and it turns out to be a load of rubbish, or people don't enjoy it, there's nothing stopping people switching it to something like Star Wars or anything else like that.
But will they switch it? But will they?
Well, I probably won't. I even if I particularly didn't like the beta and it had problems, I'd definitely get it.
Exactly.
You'd wait to see what the game's like, wouldn't you? And then you'd make a decision. Like,
Look, at the end of the day, we're all hooked. We're all Call of Duty fans. So whether we don't like the beta or not, well, sorry, man, apart from you, we're still going to get it, aren't we?
Yeah.
Of course we are.
Yeah. But that's not stopping that other people might change their minds. You know what I mean? Less diehard people, I don't know, but it's just...
But even if you get all these people playing the beta and 50% don't like it, that's still then going to outsell pretty much every other game this year.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
We talk about it's, at the top with a somewhat lackluster service it's given us anyway. What is going to beat it? What is going to be the game that comes along and says this is the COD killer? Because we've had Titanfall flop, we've had Destiny. We've had nothing to really hit Call of Duty hard over the
This
years.
year?
We've had ones.
You talking this year?
Is over the last 5 years, is Star Wars going
Yeah.
to be the one that can
I think
compete?
Star Wars is going to be up there.
Star
think
Wars
it's
is
really
going to be
cool.
huge.
Yeah.
I
I
think
don't
Star
think
Wars.
it'll take it though. I don't think it'll take it, honestly.
I don't think it'll take it. I don't think it'll take it, but it's going to be close for them. There's a lot of hype around this Star Wars game. A lot of hype.
I think you're more likely to find a good selection of very good games pull a lot of people out of Call of Duty rather than one coming along and stealing all of its people, which is what I think might happen this year. Because if you look, I don't know if you've watched Gamescom or what's coming out, like the games that are coming out for Xbox, they look incredible. And to the point where I don't want to play COD. I don't even want that COD fix anymore. Like the new Tomb Raider looks ridiculous, and I'm like, I'd sooner play that than sit around and sweat on COD for the next hour. And I think we need more people to have them sort of urges to pull to a different game, rather than like the COD killer coming on the market and just taking all of the players and being like, "Woo, this is the best game ever." That's not going to happen. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the games are now multiplayer, aren't they? They're all online. Everyone's focusing a lot more online. So, like you say, it's going to draw a lot more people away because everything's being done online rather than just the campaign kind of thing, kind of like Destiny and that kind of thing.
Yeah. See, I reckon kind of. I agree with Tom's answer there, where there's going to be a collection of games that will pull people away from Call of
Did we lose him?
Duty. Tom Clancy's The Division. I reckon that's going to take a lot of people from Call of Duty and from Battlefield, because people have been waiting for a good Tom Clancy game for a long
I'm
time.
so glad you said that. I've been looking forward to The Division for fucking since it was ever announced. Now, I just got a tweet through from Gary, who I'm sure a lot of you know, been on my channel before. He's talked about Doom since he was, 8 years old. Doom has been the granddaddy of the first-person shooter since, 1993 or whatever it came out.
Yeah.
And Doom is coming out spring, early next year, early 2016. I'm not a huge Doom fan, but I know it's something I could fall in love with if you know what, I kind of give it a chance. But Tom, you're a big Doom fan, are you? You have been, no?
No, I've played it. I played it back in the beginning, back when I had a PC. Started out on early Windows 95 playing Doom, but I didn't play it through its progression, man. I'll be honest. Like when it went HD, I was stuck playing Call of Duty, man, and Counter-Strike Source.
Mike, you're into Doom, I take it.
Yeah, I adore Doom. In fact, my first gaming memory was as a 7-year-old. My dad sitting us in front of the old 486 computer, and in a sign of perfect parenting, going, "Yeah, son, play this. This is a game," and it was Doom. Like, 7-year-old me, look at it, I've got a chainsaw. I've played all the Dooms, like Doom 2, Final Doom, then Doom 3, which I loved, even though a lot of people hated it. And I'm desperately waiting for this new Doom, because just the trailer that was at E3, obviously heavily scripted and all that, but it just looks insane. It's like the ultimate fan service. It's ridiculously fast and ridiculously bloody and violent.
I think, as Gaza says here in the tweet, Doom will be awesome, fast, fun, and gory as hell. That kind of bloody narrows it down. That's IGN review right there.
Yeah. Well, if they put a multiplayer in with it as well, because the mechanics that normally follow around Doom is it's very quick. It's a lot of strafing, and it's not boost jumping or anything like that. It's just fast movement, quick deaths. So, like, if you ever played the old days of like LAN Doom multiplayer, it was so mental and fantastically fun and so fast. If they do a multiplayer in this new Doom, it could take a huge chunk away from Call of Duty from people who do want that really fast adrenaline heavy hit.
Sorry, you mentioned one word there that caught my ears, is fun. Call of Duty has not been fun for the last couple of years for me personally.
Ghosts was not fun.
I love Ghosts.
Hallelujah. Listen, Dom. You got me back into Ghosts, and I started to enjoy it, but then I was comparing it to Advanced Warfare. That's like, I don't know, comparing Marmite to butter. I don't know. It's just some comparison. Some people love it and some people don't.
Ferrari to like a Corsa. There you go, mate.
I have a
Hate
Corsa, mate.
Well, yeah, I watched Des's video the other day about him going back to Ghosts, and he was playing on Stormhold, and I just thought, all the campers, all the snipers, all the quickscopers.
It's the worst map.
I've never managed to play on that map, and it never go to time. They never not go to time. It's like 10 minutes of running around that map, having your ass sniped off. And
Still getting killed by IDs. Still getting killed by IDs. Even in a map like that.
But they're noticing that you're the only person running because every other fucker's camping.
Even your team.
It was like that in that game.
But that's every COD, though.
One guy was capped on the stairs for half hour. You could move from the stairs. I can't run around a corner, just pre-firing because I knew he'd be still led on the stairs trying to snipe down the lane.
Oh my god, man.
You talk about every. Sorry, you said every COD's like that. Not every COD had maps as fucking big as Ghosts. The maps in
Ghost went the wrong way.
Oh, all right. The recent CODs, okay. I mean, even Black Ops 2 was a wee bit like that.
I think with Black Ops 2 it's the quick scopers, wasn't it? More than
Yeah.
and you could proper quick scope on Black Ops 2 so easily, and it could be quite frustrating.
Anybody could. Sorry, we've again neglected the questions and the comments, so there's one here quickly. Back to the beta, hence this is what we're talking about, guys. Stay on track here.
Stay on track.
Black Ops 3, it almost seems like, from what I've seen, from the beta, that the guns behave more like guns from Black Ops 1. Did you guys all play Black Ops 1?
Yeah.
Loved it.
I would love a Black Ops 1 feel, but again, it's not, because it's fucking in the future. It's thrusts, and I don't know. Thanks, J-Man, for that comment.
I think with the weapons though, like he's saying itself, it's like with the TTK, like the time to kill is quite high, isn't it? So these weapons are going to be, if you can just quickly burst fire and you're putting people down fast, they are going to behave quite like that.
So far from what we've seen, apart from today's early access to the beta, did I mention I was slightly disgusted and annoyed about that? It's
No, never did you?
today's the first time that we've seen proper.
Were you not invited? The rest of us played it.
That's wrong, man.
Why weren't you invited?
Oh, don't.
Did you not get the email?
Damn it! It was in my wrong. Sent to the wrong account.
No, it's because Apocalypse is on holiday. I didn't send him the message forward.
Thanks. The thing is, today is the first time we've seen proper online multiplayer gameplay of Black Ops 3. So far, we've seen LAN Party. So I haven't really been watching enough. I've seen literally, say, 10 minutes, roughly 2 games, we'll say. And it's one thing I noticed, and me and Steve talked about this the last night, and I know you touched on it as in one of your videos about the TTK, or the time to kill.
Yeah.
One thing I notice in every Call of Duty I pick up is the time to kill. Black Ops 2 time to kill was a hell of a lot slower than Ghosts. And Advanced Warfare wasn't too bad, it's just the whole moving about that kind of made it really hard to actually kill people. I don't know what the time to kill is like in this, but it's something I hope that the tweak, if it doesn't work out right in the beta, that if it's an issue, time to kill has to be an issue in games.
I think time to kill pretty much.
That's obviously if you
they say it's going to be high in this one. They reckon that it's just a little bit less than Call of Duty Ghosts, but they're going to keep it high for the beta, and then if it works out, they're going to keep it like that for the launch. But if everyone reacts like angrily, so to speak, against it, they're going to try and sort it out so it's like a bit less towards the actual launch itself. So it is going to be interesting to see how quickly you get melted, especially if like the burst rifles and that lot can put you down so quickly. Because from what I've seen so far, they can do one burst and you're down. So it's going to be.
And that was one of the problems with Advanced Warfare. You walk around the corner, you're dead instantly without even seeing the bloke.
But that was the lag.
Oh yeah.
The lag didn't help with that though.
Well.
Yeah, I mean,
like, you were probably round the corner and he was shooting at you before you even were around the corner, you know what I mean? Like, that's the problem.
You're trying to say my internet is shite, Tom?
I'm just trying to say that every time you get in a game on Advanced Warfare, it happens to be with Americans because of terrible skill-based matchmaking. But we won't even get into that because that's a topic in its own.
Yeah.
Please do not add in skill-based matchmaking. Please.
It's gonna come up, mate.
What about here? Sorry, question. Oh, back to about 30 minutes ago. Something Fute says. Good point, Fute. I'm the dick with the line into the Xbox from New Zealand. Who do you think that is? Good man, Boston. There's a shit ton of questions here. You gotta love your 150 ping. I thought Black Ops 3 looked like Black Ops 2 time to kill. I didn't think so. I just turn on the downloading a bit. I don't know. Black Ops 2 time to kill was the case of you needed, dare I say it, relatively good gun skill. You could actually contest the gunfight unless you had the Remington, where someone could be putting 2 clips into you and you would turn around and fucking shoot them from 10 feet away and still blow their head off. So, I don't know. Black Ops 1 time to kill, I don't actually remember. I haven't played it in a while.
Wasn't too
Black
bad.
Ops 2 time to kill I found quite slow, in fairness. It was quite low. Ghosts, I think, was too high, so we'll see. We'll see tomorrow.
One of the big things. Sorry.
With Black Ops 2, because I don't know if you saw that video that I put out a couple of weeks ago where I was in the hacked lobby.
Join the club.
Yeah. No. Oh no. In fact, you should go on my channel and watch this one because it's ridiculous. It's the Elegance mod or something like that.
I've seen it.
Causing all kinds of chaos. But there was this one bit. This guy's like flying in towards me. He's like using some levitation shit, and I pump in 6 bullets into him. And he doesn't die, and that's the point where I start actually counting how many bullets I'm putting into people before they die.
It was almost like
God mode.
It was almost like Liu Kang from Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
This kind of kung fu motion coming into you.
Yeah. So I worked out with the submachine guns with a suppressor on, which I tend to use so that no one can hear me. It was like 6 to 7 bullets if you were hitting body shots, or 3 if it was the head. But I'm not that good a shot. So 6 to 7 hits were accompanied by 25 misses. Basically, it works out whenever I play the game because I'm not shit at it. It's an entire clip to kill somebody. That's my time to kill.
It's the good and the bad of it, I think, really, because a lot of people like it because you got time to react and get your shots back on someone, and if you've got the better shot, then you should technically win. But it is frustrating sometimes when you're shooting someone for about half hour behind them, and they turn around and shoot you with one of the old overpowered pistols, like the boost, was it B23R, and that just was a melting machine. When they turn around, and pop you with one of them, and that was it. You're over and done with. So. It is going to be an interesting one to see tomorrow, though. That is for sure.
Like I said, myself and Mark were talking the other day. Do you reckon Sledgehammer has ruined the development of COD? And the reason I say this is with Advanced Warfare, we were talking, and it seems like the whole board of Sledgehammer got together and thought, we've got all these ideas, let's chuck them into one game and see how it goes, instead of COD being developed gently. So you've got Boost Jump, you've got everything like that, all in one game, and everybody's pissed off with Advanced Warfare. And now that's why people are a bit skeptic about Black Ops 3.
I can understand that one. I mean, I always thought the boost jumping in Advanced Warfare was it was almost a response to Titanfall.
Yeah, of course it was.
But then you also think they must have been developing that game for like 2 years before that, or at least a year before that, before Titanfall was even announced. And it then sometimes, like, I don't know, just sometimes it feels like it's like tacked on at the end. But I think they've gone too far with it. I think if Advanced Warfare hadn't been called Call of Duty, well, for one, it wouldn't have sold as much. But I think we would be judging it a lot less harshly.
Yeah, of course. We judge every Call of Duty from the past one or from its.
I mean, the thing is, if Treyarch were really listening to people, if Treyarch were really listening, we'd be getting World at War 2.
Yes, of course, you're right.
Or a Black Ops 3 that wasn't a clone of Modern Warfare. An evolution of Black Ops 2. That would have been nice. I mean, I can't complain with it because I haven't played it, but there's a lot of stuff that worries me about it. Just looking as a Call of Duty outsider, because I think there's a lot of stuff that gets thrown around about Call of Duty, which is cheap, or people just complain about it for the sake of it. But when you think the series has been going on for so long, and it's evolved to this point where Advanced Warfare has gone so far from the design, and you think, well, what do you do with that? Do you go back to World War II and and all the kiddies go, oh, but I liked Advanced Warfare, I like jumping around. Or do you carry on with this futurism shit, which Deus Ex does so much better, and lo and behold, they're going in with the futurism.
I think we really need to go back in time. All right, I don't want to kind of jump too far into the future. Obviously, Treyarch are bringing the next one, but after that, we do have Infinity Ward, and I know Infinity Ward does have its haters, but I don't know. Will they go back in time? We're not gonna. I would like to hear something. I would love to see them go back in time.
Oh yeah, mate, it's what I've been
I'd
waiting
agree.
for.
Completely agree.
I've been waiting for. Like, I played Call of Duty 1 on the PC, and if you cast your memories back, the developers of Call of Duty actually came from Medal of Honor when Medal of Honor got taken over, and they stemmed off and made their own game, and that's where Call of Duty came from. And the storyline on the original COD, like, because it means so much, because it actually happened, like, and these are iconic battles that you're sort of being part of history and being able to play through it, and I think that holds so much more in a game than making something up and adding all of these futuristic things that we think we're going to have. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that connects as well with the gamer as much as as a classic World War game would, and I really think it could change Call of Duty. Like, it'd make me really enjoy it again. I can guarantee you that.
I can't agree with you any more than that. That is just, it's what we all want, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
See, I'd either like to see go back to World War II.
Yeah.
Or another 20th century historical war, or go back to just modern warfare, as in now warfare, not 2025,
Exactly.
not 2105 or whatever, but just a war zone that kind of people can associate with.
The modern warfare, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Call of Duty 4 was incredible. I mean, it's still hands down.
COD 7 ISIS edition. Is that what you want?
Recruiting now.
You know what I mean? Though, just take on a war zone that is in the news. Obviously, they'll do a fictitious country and that kind of thing, but something that's in the news that people know about, or
not Thailand,
people have learned about in school. You what?
Not Thailand, then.
No, too soon.
Sorry. Yeah, I'll get my coat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Taxi. Mr. B, thank you for joining us. The specials are going to make lots of people rage. Trust me, I know. I take it from someone who plays Destiny. Be prepared. From what I've seen, and I actually watched a bit of gameplay and someone using the glitch special, where you can basically press the 2 trigger buttons and it brings you back, 3 seconds or something back in time, and it just looks exactly like lag. You're like, fucking lag, leave the lobby. But this is a special power. This is a glitch. It's
a character Reaper, isn't it?
What the fuck? I don't know which one. Ez, do you know which one it is?
Yeah.
I don't know them actually by the actual particular names, but I think with the specialists, it is a big risk, I think, from Treyarch. I mean, I think they could have probably quite happily just made the game without the specialists, probably put the movements in, and they'd probably been on or winner anyway. Yeah. But I think a lot of these specialists, some of them, they seem a little bit OP. There's the one with the kinetic armor that makes you invincible. I mean, that's just like, wow, hello. The ones that are you're proper invisible and stuff. I don't know. And the reject as well. What is that? The one that way you last stand coming back again? So you come back from the death and you can shoot someone. You're like, oh my god.
I think it is. He injects some fucking nanotech.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
like too much, doesn't it?
It's too much to balance. That's the thing. We have problems balancing guns and perks, and now there's that added adage of a special that just it could make or break the game. So, although the one kind of, not that I'm kind of looking every cloud, but it's what the hell was I going to say? Oh yeah, once you can use it, but once you die, it's basically lost until the next time you get it. But you can get this thing, I don't know, 3-4 times.
Yeah. How do you get it? Like, I don't know that much about it. I'm going to be honest. I'm sitting here a bit
like the special in Destiny.
Okay.
So
more kills you get, the faster it gets.
Yeah. So think of it like the specials in Destiny or the Titans in Titanfall. The more you kill, the faster it charges. Did
you play Unreal Tournament 2003 or 2004? Like Adrenaline in that, similar kind of thing to that. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Yeah. Okay. That worked really well in Unreal Tournament, and that's like an arcade game. Maybe if COD could become more of an arcade game rather than trying to be like this realistic arcade game, like then they could bring these things in. Like, I've always thought that some kind of shield from Halo could really change COD, and it would not as big as that, but it's that kind of style. Because I think they should embrace that they're an arcade game and not try and be like the next Battlefield per se, because they just aren't as good, if you know what I mean.
I think the last arcade game I played was Frogger. It was good. It was good.
It was good.
But I think with the specialists, because there's so many of them, trying to find a balance between all of them into the game. Because the thing is, I think, like, if you're doing really well and say you're getting up towards your mothership or something like that, and then someone's got that nice pistol that can shoot you from across the map, and he shoots you with one shot, and you lose everything that you worked for, I think that's going to be quite frustrating as well, really. Do you know what I mean? Get killed by yeah, especially if you're getting all your points and then someone who's done that, he's not doing quite as well, but they've managed to get hold of their pistol, shoot you once from across the other side of the map, and you're like, are you serious? Come on. And then you got to start all over again. So I think it's going to be a fine balancing act, as well as trying to, not get people too frustrated with it all, I think.
We've already touched on it, but my biggest concern is the character Reaper, who we just briefly spoke about. He's a guy who's got robotic arms and all this lot, and he does jump back approximately 6 seconds.
Yeah, I wanted to know more about this as Reaper. So you've got to unlock him. He's level 34 in the beta. Apparently.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. So you've got to. To be fair, you've got to work to get him. But so his special ability is he jumps back 3 to 6 seconds. I just don't get how that would work. Would it not just be easier just to teleport him to the other side of the map for the sake of it?
Yeah.
If you're moving that fast...
Well, yeah. Would he not be better off being called Doctor Who or something?
Yeah. But if the game is as fast as Treyarch wanted to be, going back 6 seconds could have you on the other side of the map.
True.
Yeah. No, that's true. Well, it is going to be interesting to see. I mean...
But it was a backwards move, though, isn't it?
It is. It teleports you back in time, pretty much like 3 to 6 seconds or whatever the case is. So
see what I prefer then, rather than teleporting you back to where you were 3 to 6 seconds ago, was that you zoom back, but the person who's shooting at you can still track you if they're good enough.
That's the thing. They can't, from what we've seen.
Never can.
No, but that's what I'm saying. That would be the better way to do it. If you're going to do that, have them zip away from you. But if you're good enough, you can still catch them. That balances it out. Because then it means it's not people just zipping out of your eye line. I don't know. I'm slightly bitter about it. About the concept of it.
That's one of my major concerns about Black Ops 3. They said Black Ops 2 then, but Black Ops 3 is the teleportation and all that. I'm very concerned personally about all the specialist abilities. I mean, I want feet on the on the ground gaming, and on the green playing golf now. I mean, from my point of view, I just looked at one which somebody called, I don't know if you heard of him, Ali A. He did a video earlier. You just look at the movement and so forth, and you have a jumping. It's not as advanced, if you will, as Advanced Warfare's jumping and boosting and all that lot, but it still looks a bit. I don't know.
I think it's kind of like Destiny's kind of movement, isn't it? I think where like you can boost up in the air a little bit. I think it's like kind of sort of like that. But these specialists are a bit of a worry, though. I'm gonna be honest, yeah. I mean, it's two sides to it as well. I suppose like if you actually get that kinetic armor and say like hardpoint. Now, if I can get that kinetic armor and run into a hardpoint, you can have a lot of fun with it. It's depending on how long it lasts. Because if you're invincible, you could just run in there with a full magazine and just wipe out everyone that's on there. Do you know what I mean? So it's a bit
you could sit down and have a cocktail, couldn't you? But I mean,
well, you could.
At the end of the day,
you get all the points from the hard point, and you get all the points from the kills as well. You'd be racking them up straight away. It'd be, I don't know. It is interesting.
It's going to be frustrating. I think that's the word.
I think a lot of the time it's going to be frustrating. I think.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, I'm looking here on the wiki. The vast majority of the specialist abilities aren't actually that bad, but this glitch on the kinetic armor and rejack, they are going to cause some hell on. Maybe psychosis as well, because that's the one where it splits 3 decoys as well.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I know that one's I think unlocked pretty late, but we talk about late unlocks. we have the beta for 5 days. You're going to play enough, even if it is casual. You're going to play enough to fucking get up to level 40 or whatever anyway, because you're starting with nothing. So.
And to capped at level 28 or something like that.
Yeah.
No,
Well, that's 45, isn't it?
yeah, I thought it was up to 45 as well, because you don't actually unlock the mothership until 45, I think, or 44.
Well,
Yeah, I think the last specialist gets unlocked at level 28. I think
Yeah.
you I'll move on. And then you carry on
maybe
moving up
that's
after
it.
that.
Well,
Maybe that's
on Charlie Intel, they've got Call of Duty Black Ops 3 beta, specialist unlock levels. So you get Prophet and Outright unlocked from the start, as is Ruin and Battery. Then Seraph is level 22, Nomad 28, Reaper 34, and Spectre at 40.
I know you're not reading that, Mike.
Yeah, I'm reading that.
No, you're not. It's straight off the top of your head, isn't it?
Mike just
no.
knew that.
No, I'm reading it. I can remember a lot of irrelevant shit, but this is too irrelevant for me to remember.
Yeah, we've got a comment coming in. 3-piece, thank you. Psychosis. Yeah, Psychosis is clever. The decoy just run at people, and they are completely different color. They can be handy, checking corners and S&D. That's a good point. There's some that will benefit more in certain game modes than others.
Yeah, definitely.
The likes of Psychosis, the battery lady, with the kinetic armor, that's going to be interesting, because that is pretty much a ballistic vest. It seems like an OP ballistic vest, but the thing is, again, it only lasts for a life. But is it, what DC did say earlier, is one life still going to be too much? Is it going to be overpowered? The one I did see, and I'm not sure who uses it, but it's the Vision. It's pretty much the Oracle, or what do you call the one in Advanced Warfare. I cannot believe how much I've fallen away from Advanced Warfare. This is fucking brilliant.
Threat detection UAV.
Threat detection, exactly. It's almost identical to that, but again, it only lasts per life. So they may already have them balanced to a certain extent. They can balance it as much as they want, but there's still going to be certain people that exploits things and finds ways to do it and post it up on YouTube.
I think to be honest, for me personally, the only one that would interest me, because I'm not that good a player in general, is combat focus, just because it adds the multiplier, so you can get score streaks faster.
I was looking at that one. I think that'd be brilliant, because you can
hardline.
One of the perks.
Hardline.
One of the perks that actually lets you have extra points as well. So I think if you use those two together and you like play an objective like base game, like capture B, say on domination, and shoot a couple of people, I reckon the points would rack up with that one. I think that's a good show.
3-piece, brilliant question, or is it a question? If everything is OP, then nothing is really OP.
Yeah, that's true.
There's no answer.
All depends on how many hit points you've got, though.
True.
Everything is OP if it still takes one shot to kill you.
Yeah. Well, thank you for the question again. It's not even a question. It's demand. You should not have lethal specialists. Yeah, true. Someone pulls out a fucking minigun out of their arm. That is pretty lethal.
Clever trick if you can do it, though.
Well, that's this guy Reaper, isn't it? The specialist Reaper who does the teleportation. He's got these mechanical arms that will do all that shit.
Yeah. Must admit, I quite like the pistol one. I think if I used most of them, I know there's that one with the electricity, but I think that pistol's going to be quick.
There's what's I can't remember which one he is called, but it was the Blade Dance one.
Yeah.
There's just a direct rip from Destiny.
Added lunge. It comes with added lunge. One thing we never wanted to add to Call of Duty is lunge. Lunge.
Yeah, leap forward across the map.
We have added lunge to Call of Duty. Fucking selling title. No, we do not want lunge.
Black Ops 3 Special Edition with more lunge.
More lunge. It comes with 50%
You're talking
more
lunge. You're talking lunge. I mean, what does the character do? Does he like stretch out with one leg?
Does a warm up on spawn?
You're definitely gonna need like 100 lunge kills to get a gold gun in this game, or get a diamond gun.
Hey, Boston.
Oh, Boston's here.
Hey guys, how you doing? Thanks for inviting me in, man. I didn't want to crash the party too much, but you sent me the invite, so I appreciate it, man.
We
It
need
sounds like a voice from the gods.
With excellent timing.
Excellent.
I'll just come on.
We're going to go offline in about 2 minutes. Don't tell him.
I'm just having a couple of cold ones trying to bloody wake up, hey.
Yeah. Good morning, by the way. Good morning, Boston.
Good morning, everybody.
Yeah. What we have?
There's one gentleman here that I don't know his face. I haven't seen his face before. Michael?
Yep.
That's Mike, the Gadget Addict. Introduce yourself, Mike.
Yes, I am Mike, otherwise known as the Gadget Addict. I am a fantasy Let's Player. I do The Witcher, I do Dark Souls, I do the Bloodborne, and I fail badly at Call of Duty on a Saturday. There you go. That's me quickly.
On a Saturday.
One
Cool,
thing.
man. I'll have to go and check out your channel.
I have my weekly series, which it started off with Destiny because I wanted to do multiplayer games and commentaries, and it was called Crucible Chat. So I was playing in the Crucible, and then I realized that I was one, terrible at Destiny, and two, it was awful. Well, at least for me in PvP anyway. So I got rid of it, and then I started playing Call of Duty on it, but I kept the title because I liked it. So
I just wanted to mention that before you get in there. The Crucible chat is almost like the highlight of my Saturday. I look forward to it. It's just talking nonsense, but I fucking love it. I usually watch it while I'm at work, like I'm out for a smoke, and I sit and watch the Crucible chat. There's a nice little added bonus having Bandsaw in last week. Nice.
Yeah.
One favor from this podcast, please get Bandsaw to 100 subs. I'll actually leave a link in the description at the very end because I really want to see this guy dyeing his hair purple.
yeah, yeah. He said when he hits 100 subs, he's going to dye his hair purple and his beard green.
I can't wait.
He's not got a job then.
He doesn't actually. He's a student. He's a 32-year-old student
They'll get away with it.
in Australia.
Yeah, do you know in Boston? It's like Australia. Every Australian knows each other. Do you know Bandsaw?
Mate, I've had more. This is the weird part about it. I've had more Australian subscribers come to my channel that have known you
I know.
than people that have known me.
It's because he speaks so much like an Australian.
Oh, okay. I'll have to go check him out.
He's so Australian. It's not. Is he from Australia or New Zealand? We don't want to get politically incorrect here.
Who, Bandsaw?
Yeah.
Oh no, he's from Australia. He lives near Newcastle. Which is what amused me
Oh,
greatly.
I know where that is. That's probably about 6 hours drive from my place.
So just
That
around the
close to
corner.
Sunderland.
It's around the corner. It's on the coast. It's a nice spot. It's a nice spot.
Yeah. So he is Australian, and he's a good buddy of mine. I've known him for quite a long time. But he hasn't been grown as much as he should be.
He deserves it. That's the thing too. He really does. I enjoy him. I've kind of stumbled across him time to time, but I actually feel embarrassed. I thought I actually did subscribe to him, but unfortunately I didn't. Something fat fingers. I've checked out so many of his.
Why are you always going to the left when you say that? Does that mean you're lying, Higgsy?
No. trying to get my
Sorry, buddy. I had to do it.
Laura. Pass me over.
I'm going to get kicked from this podcast in a minute.
Yeah, the guy.
Sorry, man. I'm not here to take over your show.
Boston. What's the crack? Are you getting the? Pass me an ashtray as well, some description. Are you getting the beta? Before I go any further, I have yet to watch your last video. Just before I.
Oh man, I get reasons.
It was a lot calmer.
I was a lot more tame. I even had the tame music in the background, man. It was like peaceful. But
When I was sat there, I was relaxing, and I just had to light a cigarette and just think of the good times in the past.
Yeah, I don't think we'll get into that other shit. Another time, another place. But look, I only have ADSL2 Plus is the best internet I can get where I live. Like we have this thing in Australia called NBN, which is a national broadband network, which you can get download speeds of, I think it's up to 180, and upload speeds of, I think Hornet's running at 90 megabytes a second.
Oh,
But before old me, who can only get ADSL in our street, man, my upload is at best 8 megabytes a second. No, sorry, my download is at best 8 megabytes a second, and my upload at best is 0.8 megabytes a second. So, man, there's this. It's going to take me probably about 18 to 20 hours to download it. And I'm just like, fuck it.
No, I think Zach left a comment on your last upload, mate. I think you should do it while you're at work or while you're in bed or something like that. You know, just do it.
Yeah, well, I got to work overtime tomorrow night, so we got a bit of shit going on in the country at the moment. So we got to go take care of a few things. But I was thinking about doing that. A few people said that. Reckless said that as well. Sorry, mate.
Bloody dingoes.
Oh, I'll give you dingoes.
Have they stolen a baby again?
Actually,
Sorry, that's awful. Sorry.
Let's not get onto the Fraser Island incident, okay? Not good for Australian tourism. Google it if you want to find out. I'm not going into it, man.
How's Maddie McCann?
Sorry?
How's Maddie McCann? Sorry, it's going too low.
Let's cancel and call. Let's go to the audience now. 3-piece, I remember those days. Currently, I have 40 down and 20 up. It's beautiful. Well done, 3-piece.
I have 120
Win for Ireland.
and like 18 up, I think.
I hate you all. I have 18 down and like 0.6 up. And I do 40-minute long videos.
God, man, you must have
40
grown up.
Yeah. How long does it take you to upload?
Well, depending on the video. So about a half an hour long video in 720 takes me about 10 hours to upload. And
Yeah, man, it's painful, isn't it? I feel you. I'm feeling you.
I tend to edit them like when I come off this, I'll be editing tomorrow's video and then set it to upload while I go to bed.
I'm just doing mine now, so I'll tell you in a second.
I've never made.
It's off
I've
the
never
chart.
had a video that's taken me longer to upload than it's taken me to make a thumbnail.
Yeah.
That's why I hate you.
I'll start drinking when I go to make my video, when I go to upload it, man, and literally like 12 hours later I'll be drunk and it's finally uploaded, and then I try and go to respond to people's comments and they're like, wow, fuck off. You know?
Yeah, good fucking excuse, Boston. Good excuse.
Good. It's good for customer relationships.
Yeah.
Yeah, download 92, upload 11.
I hate you. In fact,
Sorry.
this is just reminded me I need to start rendering tomorrow's video.
For next week.
Not
When
next
you-
week, said.
When do you start the Saturday the Crucible chat?
When did I
Thursday?
start it?
When do you start uploading?
Oh, when I start Friday night. But that's only like 10 minutes long, so
Yeah, that's true.
that one takes about 3 hours to go up.
Right,
Yeah.
3-piece. Stop your fucking mouth, and it takes me longer to render than to upload. I have a beast of a computer. Nah. Share the fucking wealth around here.
Now I got a question. Like, I don't want to crash your podcast, but could I invite somebody up onto this as well?
Yeah, go shoot.
Cool.
Party time.
All right, I know you're still listening, dude. So come on in, come and join. I'll just send you the link. I think you guys will know this person.
It's not Tony Abbott, is it?
It's Mr. Yuki, I believe.
I was thinking of a bigger celebrity than that, maybe Monk's Boy.
Monk's Boy is keeping a very low profile here.
Bloody oath he is. He's never fucking put a COD video up in his life, has he? You're talking about playing COD and being good at it. He was talking trash with me on Twitter earlier. when I was
What's
at
Monkey
work.
talking trash? No. This is a fake video?
Yeah, I just tweeted Gaza too before. I noticed he said he just got back from holidays because I was like, where is he? Why isn't he in this podcast?
Gaza,
3
hold on a
days
second.
ago he got back.
I know you
So
do not
Gaza-
want me to. I don't know. I know you
Gaza's
don't
just
want me to
got
say
back
this,
from a dirty weekend away, hasn't he?
but
Another one.
let's go. You're being exposed now, Gaza. Anyway, back to the beta. You're cutting into my babe station time.
Sorry, mate.
Exposed. Exposed. Oh, there's a
Yeah,
flag.
sorry. I missed the start of this thing. I did put a question in the comment section here. Like, I don't know if you guys already went over it, but your thoughts on the new sort of the jump movements in this new game.
Thrust.
Did you guys talk about this already, or?
At full length.
Briefly.
Oh, sorry. I
We're
missed
scared,
it.
Boston. Boston, we're scared.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're worried,
The thing
man.
that actually scares me most is the fact that, Boston, did you see the David Vonderhaar movement tutorial?
Wait, is that with that swing arm thing?
Basically, what he talked about in depth was, and he kept emphasizing on it, was chaining wall running into power slides back into a wall run, making it as fast as
Not fucking
possible.
Spider-Man.
The game basically comes with built-in marathon. There's unlimited sprint, which, yeah, it's going to add an extra bit of depth and speed to the game.
That
But-
will take submachine guns out of the game. They
Yeah.
will become useless. Assault rifles will be the most OP weapon in the game, if that works, in my opinion. If you take the sprint, like when you're running around with a submachine gun in most old CODs, you could be unlimited sprint, pretty much. You can do an advanced warfare anyway. I haven't played the older CODs for a little while. But if you can't do that with an assault rifle unless you run a specific perk. Now, if you take that out, and your assault rifle kills a hell of a lot better than what your submachine gun does, in my opinion. What's your thoughts?
No, I agree with you. I think from the videos that I watched and that, a lot of people say it's going to be going towards like the assault rifle class because you have got built-in marathon and you've got built-in lightweight. Because like you say, that's what you run with your assault rifles to make you quicker, don't you? And like you say, if you've got all that, add some extra perks on it. Yeah, I think they are going to dominate quite a lot.
I think an
Well, you
AR
can
should
kill
dominate
further
the
at a
game
distance.
now.
I mean, depends if you're good at hip firing or not. I mean, for me with an assault rifle, I can use an assault rifle at hip firing as good as I can a subby as quick as aiming down the sights. So I think that's a bonus for anyone who's good at hip firing.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I think AR should be the prominent gun though. Like if you want to take, as in a class that's going to be the best all-rounder, that's what an AR is. Like I think submachine guns have their place in objective-based games, and I think that's what the game should be like. Ghosts really suffered from the fact that you could run around with an SMG and just melt people, and Advanced Warfare's like the same thing. Like people are running around ASM1s and out shooting snipers, man, because they've got the range. And I think the SMGs need that nerf almost, so that people can, use their guns when they're meant to be used, rather than just using them all the time.
That's a very valid. Sorry to cut you off. That's a very valid point because if you look back, I know a lot of people hated it, but if you look back at Ghosts, to me, the Ripper was the ultimate gun in the game. Because when you wanted to be quick, you could be in the sub mode, and then if you wanted to kill somebody at a distance with that green dot sight, all you had to do was just click down on that right thumbstick, and you use it as an assault rifle. It was great for those bigger maps.
I
never
good
really
fire
used it,
rate
man.
as well, didn't I?
Right. Talk about the elephant in the room. No offense. Vicky.
Hello, how's it going?
Welcome, brother, to the podcast.
Oh, thank you very much. I have to thank Boston Chaos with his sweet heavenly voice with handsome face that I was able to come in here. So big shout outs to you, my Australian brother.
That sounds kind of fucking gay.
No, man, I'm feeling a little gay today. It's just
I
today's just
do
a
apologise if anyone's a homosexual. I don't know. I'm joking, fellas.
No, it's all right. We can take a walkabout and talk things out and find ourselves, Boston. It'll be all right.
All right, give your thoughts on the beta, mate.
Beta? I have no idea. I haven't been able to play it yet or really do much. I just saw some of the larger, more well-known people play it, and it looks like Advanced Warfare, except you could do wall running now. So I don't know how much of an improvement it's going to be.
Reckless, well said, mate. Well said.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you guys already covered that or not, but that's just what I saw. It's just like, I don't know, Advanced Warfare with the exosuit jumping. I saw like boost jumping, and then I saw wall running. And so it'll be kind of neat, like, to see that. Like, I think campers will have a harder time because of that. But then also it might kind of be annoying as well. But hopefully it's not too bad. I remember you guys were talking about earlier in the stream about how the specialist things are kind of going to be a little bit kind of, I guess, OP. Like, I saw some gameplay of people just like waiting around a corner, and then right when someone walks by, they do that like whatever slam down thing. So I'm just thinking that's going to be super annoying. And then whatever that revert back thing is, like where you get into a heavy gunfight and then you try to teleport back to wherever you came from, that looks like it's not going to be that effective, because I think the time to kill someone is really quick. So as long as you're playing against someone good, that's not going to be useful. And what other ability? Then that diamond thing. That diamond thing, I think, is going to be the thing that a lot of people are going to use, just to like diamond up and then just run into either the objective or into a place where there's known to have a lot of people there, just so you could take them out. So probably like that diamond ability with a shotgun is probably going to be one of the most OP class setups.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that kinetic armor is going to be a beast, so I can definitely.
Yeah, there's
So-
one of them which has a boost slam as well, which I'm not looking forward to.
Yeah, that boost slam thing. Is that
Bearing
what it's
in
called?
mind-
Boost slam?
Yeah, I think so. It still only lasts one life, and obviously for a short period of time. So we can't.
I was going to say, how long does the kinetic armor last?
That's the thing that I hate speculating too much. Obviously, I'm planning on having a podcast next week after excuse me, the PS4 beta's finished, or with the first week over us. Although we probably won't get as many viewers because everyone will be fucking playing their Xbox or PC.
What's that? Is that a paperweight?
Steve, I think you've said enough.
I'm not even going to rise to it, man. It's not
We've made the same joke
That's
3
referring
times.
to what somebody said earlier.
PS4? All you guys on PS4?
I'm not. I'm
Yeah.
Xbox One, man.
Oh, you're
Fighting
one of
the good
them.
cause. Fighting the good cause, man.
Do you have a console?
That's old news now, man. That's old news. You're gonna have to move up.
Mate, you've only got the beta because you're in like the pre-release because there's more consoles sold. Imagine if Xbox One had sold more consoles. Do you reckon they'd have still been giving like PS4, their chance? Like,
All I'm hearing is blah 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 blah.
Tar, I don't believe you just said imagine if.
Imagine.
Imagine if. Yuki, do you have a console?
I have all the consoles. I have
He's a
the
walking console.
360, PS3, the Xbox One, PS4, and even the piece of crap Wii U.
What's your opinion right then, Yuki? Because I don't know. I'd like to see what you think. Like, what about the PS4, Xbox One? Like, obviously in short.
I was a personal fan of the Xbox 360. I felt the Xbox 360 was superior to the PlayStation 3, even though the PlayStation 3 was kind of cool when it first came out with that whole backward compatibility thing. But the PS3, due to their inefficient power supply, the limited fan that they released with North America, the 15 blade instead of 19 blade, as well as just like the poor thermal compound they used to cool the thing, it just overheated and cooked. And so that was a lot of things that happened with the North American market with PlayStation 3s, whereas the Xbox 360, it did overheat as well, but I've never had a problem with a 360 personally. I had 2 PlayStation 3s cook itself. But then also the online experience with the fat model.
Yeah, the PS3 Fatty, the original one, the 60 gig.
Yeah.
I still got that. I still use that.
I had a
Bought it on the very
PS3
first
Fatty
day.
as well. Like, I've generally got a Fatty, but I got the yellow light of death on that thing.
Do you have a fatty in a room full of men, Boston? Is there something you want to say?
I wasn't going to comment, Yuki, but
No, go ahead and comment. No, don't be afraid of Boston. He's just a big
What?
teddy bear.
I'm going home. Fuck this.
You are
It's
home.
not nice when you get picked on, is it, mate?
But yeah, sorry, I'm going off on a tangent. But anyways, like overall, I like the Xbox 360 more. But then this time around, I think the PlayStation 4 did it better than the Xbox One. The Xbox One was a little bit too conservative, especially like for a next-gen console where it can't actually put out 1080p native. And the fact that they built the system around the whole allure that DirectX 12 is going to fix it. DirectX 12 still isn't out, and the console's already like 2 years old. So the fact that they put a lot of their eggs into something that wasn't going to be released later on down the line, I think was a failure on their part. And then also just like before the whole release of the next gen consoles, how Xbox basically like screwed it all up. I feel like I think they screwed up the whole launch of it. So a lot of gamers, a lot of people who wanted to play games, kind of shied away from the Xbox One and went more for the PlayStation 4, and that's why there's just a heavier market on the PlayStation 4.
Am I not right in saying
that's
they've
a
sold a
short
lot
version.
more PS4s than Xboxes though?
See what?
They've sold a lot more PS4s than Xbox Ones.
Yeah, like 20
more than
million
twice
versus 13 or something like that.
Yeah, I think the last count was 25 million against 13 million.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Is it not close to how many PS2s they sold? Because that was such a huge game, or shall I say, platform which they've sold. It's close to what they sold there, isn't it?
No, the PS2 sold 156 million.
Holy fuckballs.
Holy footballs! Really?
Well, is
They,
it...
they were still making PS2s last year.
Really?
They stopped.
No.
They stopped. They were still selling in Japan. They were selling something like 1,000 a month in Japan up until last year when they stopped making it.
Holy shit.
The last ever. This is trivia for you for a pub quiz. The last PS2 game released was FIFA 14.
Yeah, I heard that too, yeah.
Do you know that
I don't think the
that
pubs I go to will ask that question.
Do you know that satellite they sent
Better
to
pubs.
that the processor of that was based off the architecture off a PS2.
Yeah.
So,
Do
which
you
is pretty
do you
cool.
remember that whole thing about PS2s being banned from the Middle East because Saddam Hussein could build like a WMD out of them or something?
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
It's like Swiss Army knife of games consoles.
Yeah. It
I had a
was the-
PS2. It didn't have a bottle opener on it.
We weren't trying hard enough there.
I did look.
You had to pop out the expansion port at the back.
Ah!
Crack it.
Right, guys, so thanks very much for the beta in-depth topic there.
Is there
Sorry,
a beta
mate.
tomorrow?
Put off topic.
We seem to be straying so far off topic. We are almost in Australia. It's gone that far.
I told you you
podcast
shouldn't
about.
have invited me.
Anyway, in case anyone doesn't know that's watching this podcast now, Black Ops 3 beta is coming out tomorrow. So get on it. We're going to have this discussion next week again. Whoever wants to join in, come and let us know. Hopefully I'll have these guys on, so go and play as much as you can and let me know. I'm sure you'll all be posting videos up. Links in the description to most of these guys' channel as well. Obviously I'll add in Reckless Yuki and Boston, and yeah, I'll go and add you in after this video is finished. So we're going to wrap it up. Thank you all so much for staying tuned. Thank you all for the questions that we didn't actually answer that much, but I'll have a quick look through them now, and I've responded to as many other questions as I could. If not, I'll respond to them afterwards. So yeah, I really appreciate all the support. Thank you guys for coming on as well. It's much appreciated. I know we're in crazy different time zones with Aussie time and you're American. Whereabouts in America are you from, Yuki?
I am in Arizona, so we have a Pacific time code.
Okay, he's there. So it is currently 10:40 p.m. Irish time, GMT,
And English time as well, pal.
Yeah.
Northwest Irish time.
Hey man, it's 7:40 a.m. over here.
That's crazy, man. Why aren't you in bed, bro?
I had too much caffeine last night.
Yeah, that's what you call it, is it?
So yeah, as I say, good morning to Boston and good night to the rest of you guys, and have a good day, one and all. We're going to wrap this up. Thank you so much. I've said thank you 100 times. So stay tuned for next week's discussion on the Black Ops 3 beta, and possibly other things. We'll probably be discussing fucking something else as well. Knowing us. Anyway, going to wrap it up. Thank you, and love you all. Bye.